Hey, everybody, welcome back to my podcast talking about everything psychology. I'm your host, Lester Gonzalez, and in this podcast, you will learn more about self improvement, personal growth, success, and how psychology plays a crucial role in our lives. Please leave a like and follow as it will help grow my podcast. That being said, for today's topic, I want to dive deeper into the psychology of motivation. Not only that, but being able to understand the motivated mind. Motivational behaviors allow us individuals to initiate, sustain, and execute when achieving specific goals. Motivation requires persistence, hard work, and dedication. The psychology of motivation plays a huge role in understanding ourselves and who we strive to become. That being said, here's some psychological factors that play a crucial role in the psychology of motivation. The first factor is value, understanding our own value, our own personal values. So motivation begins from understanding our own personal values, but we must understand the goals we strive for and the outcomes we dream of. The more we understand the value and outcome of our goals, the more we will push ourselves in wanting to pursue it. So understanding value comes from our own love and passions. Doing what we love plays a huge role in motivation because it will fuel us to put in more work and double down on it. Understand the value we bring to ourselves will often propel us and push through the goals we strive to achieve. Say, for example, would be coming from a YouTuber. They could be working on a specific niche that they truly love, and they're putting in the work to post videos, but the more they love it, they will double down in their videos. So it's understanding the value you bring it to yourself and for the audience you're serving too. Which brings me to my next factor of self-efficacy. When someone has self-efficacy, this allows us to take action and execute. So self-efficacy is all about being confident in ourselves. Only we know the work we are willing to put in when pursuing a goal. The more motivated and confident we are, the more we will engage in it. We must believe in our talents, our skill sets, and our behaviors that will help us propel in life. Understanding who we are and what we can accomplish will motivate us to new levels, which brings me to my next point of expectancy. So, expectancy involves our own beliefs when wanting to achieve a specific goal. The more we believe in ourselves in high expectancy, we will feel more motivated to put in the effort. Successful outcomes are always the first thing in mind when having expectancy. For example, when we are in college, we have high expectancy in receiving our degree and graduating. We will continue to believe in our success and accomplishments through college and be more motivated to study hard and pass every course. Expectancy brings so much value in our personal life. So it is up to us whether or not we expect the good or the bad. Bad expectancies will lead to a lack of motivation and drive. So we need to fill our minds with the positive outcomes and expectancies. That way we feel more driven and resilient toward reaching our goals. Now talking about the different versions of motivation, let's talk about intrinsic motivation. So this type of motivation comes from within. Our inner drive, goals, and aspirations are what allow us to seek interest, enjoyment, and a sense of purpose. Remember that motivation comes from our passions and doing things we truly love. The more we find something fulfilling for our lives, the more we will be intrinsically motivated in pursuing our goals. Our inner motivation determines whether or not we will be putting in the work and feel motivated to execute in it. Only we understand what we are passionate about. Only we have control of our motives and decision making. And that being said, having intrinsic motivation will help us engage and put in the effort to make our goals a reality. Unlike intrinsic motivation, there is extrinsic motivation, and that is external. See, this motivation is often driven by external rewards and accomplishments. So examples would come from, schooling grades, recognition, or praise, right? However, it's important to keep in mind that extrinsic motivation won't always lead to long-term motivation. Rewards don't really define who we are. This is just coming from my opinion. It's rather rewards. I see rewards more as an accomplishment or something to keep in memory, right? So, yes, it's motivating to get rewards and recognition, which is really cool. However, our motivation comes more internally within us and what we truly have a passion for. So, the more we are passionate about something, the more work we will put in to make our dreams a reality. Which brings me to my next point of finding specific goals, right? Or having specific goals. So having a specific goal in mind can make a huge difference in our motivation. Being more detailed and specific in our goals will make it much easier in accomplishing them. For example, I'll say to myself, I'll write one article with 3 additional quotes each day. It sounds more of a motivating goal than simply just saying I'll write every day, right? So when we have goals, we need to be more specific with ourselves. Don't be afraid to dream big. We can't just make our goals simple. If we have a mindset that's above and beyond, it is way better. So we need to make goals that are above and beyond. The more specific we are in our goals, the more likely we will accomplish them, and our mind and behavior acts upon that specific goal. That being said, we must utilize this tactic in order to be motivated and achieve greater goals ahead. So it's all about mindset. If you tell yourself these specific goals, or even the bigger goals, it's your job to take action and make it a reality. That's what's so fascinating about the psychology of motivation. It's all within us. And that goes for everything, in our human behavior and our mindset. Everything is based on a choice of whether or not we continue to go or we continue to give up. So the psychology of motivation varies from every one of us, right? Everyone has their own sense of utilizing motives and knowing when to take action. The human mind allows us to have a choice whether or not we should feel motivated in our everyday lives. We must be specific. Really, we must be specific, resilient, confident, and valuable in understanding what's best for our motives and personal well-being. These psychological factors that I just mentioned to all of you will enhance motivation for yourself in succeeding ahead. So I'm going to say it again, that we must stay motivated and you must believe in order to succeed. Thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and for more psychology content, please stay tuned in this podcast and make sure to leave a like and follow and or subscribe. It will really help out, as I love speaking out my knowledge and perspective and mentorship with all of you. That being said, I look forward to growing with all of you on this channel and podcast. And as always, I wish you all a blessed day. I'll see you guys in the next one.